special guests. There's going to be many more of them heading out on Saturday afternoon from the Commons in Pembroke Dock. We've got two of the three Amigos with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we've got Terry and Grizz. Hello, Terry.
Hello there.
Hello there. And Grizz, good morning.
Good morning.
You're two of the three Amigos, which, from my experience, comprises of, well, the best part of 100 different riders now. What are you up to now with your different toy runs, Terry?
Well, we're this coming Saturday, the 28th, we are celebrating the 20th year since we took over the Easter egg run, which essentially is collecting Easter eggs and monetary donations, all for Action for Children. Like I said, starting at the Commons car park in Pembroke, and we'll be leaving at 1 o'clock.
And how did this all come about? 20 years, that's amazing. Grizz, were you there at the first one?
Yeah, I was there at the first one. It came about as a fellow up in Haverfordwest. He did the first two, Colin, and then he got ill and he phoned us and asked us if we could take it on, and we took it on, and like the Christmas toy run that we do, it just snowballed in no time at all.
Did you ever think that you'd still be doing it 20 years later?
No, I didn't even think I'd still be alive. Didn't think I'd still be here 20 years later.
But it's gained such a following, isn't it? Through not just other bikers, but the community really rally around it, don't they?
It's absolutely brilliant. Like Brian just said, it's gone from strength to strength. And while we're out on the run, Brian and I are usually at the head of the field, and to see the people standing at the side of the road, standing at roundabouts, waving us on, it is absolutely fantastic. And the support we get is second to none. It really is, alongside the generosity of the Pembrokeshire people, which is highlighted by the donations we give on our Easter run and our Christmas run.
Yeah, we'll talk about the route in just a second. So this is the Easter egg run, but you have other runs as well. Grizz, talk us through who benefits from each one and what's given at each one.
Yeah, on this one now on Saturday, the Easter egg run. As Terry said, we've been doing it 20 years this year. It's primarily it's to benefit the children in care in the community with Action for Children, and whoever they deem fit. And also then the hospital, the children in the hospital will also get a slice off the top of that, because the generosity in Pembrokeshire, we just can't, we can't give it all to one. No. They just wouldn't be able to store it. And like at Christmas then, it's primarily the children's ward, and then Action for Children get some of the toys and what have you. They divvy it up amongst themselves, and it ends up in places like Tenby Cottage Hospital, Glangwilly, you name it. If it's a hospital or similar in the county, the girls will divvy it up amongst them.
It's great. And then where do people can people give donations at any time? How does that work then, Terry?
Yeah, we've usually got what we call drop-off points, supermarkets and the like, and we'll have a trolley there. We'll have an A3 poster on it with Three Amigos drop-off point, and people wandering around shops. It's the Amigos toy run this, next week or whatever, or the Easter egg run, and they're wandering around the shop, they'll buy an Easter egg, put it in our trolley, and we can go sort of once a week, check on them. I mean, some weeks the trolleys are stacked really high.
Wow.
We'll then take, like the Easter eggs, Upton Farm Foods kindly let us have their cold storage unit.
Fantastic.
To put the eggs in on the run up to the egg run, because obviously we can't put them in our houses with the central heating on, etc. But yeah, it's all over the place, and we actually bump into people in the street and go, "Oh, I can't make it on the run this year, but here, have this carrier bag full of Easter eggs."
Fantastic.
It's like I said, we can't emphasize enough how generous the people of Pembrokeshire are.
Yeah, and you guys are so generous with your time. The spectacle of all of those motorcycles, tricycles, you've got all shapes and sizes. Grizz, give us an idea as to the number of bikes and the types of machines that are there.
On average, I think we've counted 200 to 300, sometimes upwards of 400. It depends on the weather. and what have you. But as Terry was saying earlier on, with the generosity and the people watching us on the run and what have you, it doesn't matter what the weather's doing. People are out in their cars with their kids and what have you watching us, and for us that's great, because that's all we ever did it for, was to put a smile on the faces of the kiddies who are a little less fortunate than others. And so this has always been like the support has got better and better over the years, and it makes it a feel-good factor.
And even me as a big kid, I've been there when you set off from the Commons. The sight and the sound of seeing those bikes come through is amazing. Give us an idea of the route then, Grizz, as to where you're going to be heading off to.
Well, from the Commons, if my memory serves me correctly, correct me if I'm wrong here, Ted, I believe we're going round Pembroke, up through the main street of Pembroke, then out to the East End roundabout and turning left and going down to the finger post, down the Holyland Road there, down to the finger post. We'll have marshals out, obviously, en route. Down to the finger post, we'll bear right there and head on up to Carew roundabout. From Carew roundabout, then we'll go left and go on over to Canaston Bridge. Canaston Bridge, we'll turn left and head back into Harford West. And then we're going to do a quick up through town and down past the Glen, and then over to Milford, then to Charles Street. You turn right and go down Charles Street to the end, turn left, come back on the promenade, turn left, and then come back round as far as the monument in Milford, bear right at the monument there, and head down to Milford Pills Social Centre.
Amazing. And Gemma's with us over on Facebook. She's like, what date is this, please? It's this Saturday.
It's this Saturday, the 28th, and we're leaving the Commons car park in Pembroke at 1 o'clock.
And there's a bit of a safety announcement that you want to give us too. But before we do that, you've got a special guest joining you on this run as well, haven't you?
We have indeed. Dave Myers, one of the hairy bikers that sadly passed away 2 years ago. Thanks to Peter Krause, he's been in contact with her, and she's coming down and blessing us with her presence. We are chuffed to bits, because I mean, I was a ship's cook at one time, and I got several of the hairy bikers books. For Liliana Myers to come down and just be a part of what we're doing we're just chuffed to bits.
Yeah, she's become the new patron for Blood Bikes Wales, and a voluntary organisation doing great things. And she's also going to be on the breakfast show tomorrow, telling us about her involvement with biking, about Dave and memories and cooking, and her excitement ahead of Saturday. So for those heading out on Saturday, Gemma's going to be there. Well done for everything you do. Sounds fab, guys. You just want to put a bit of an announcement out there for those that may be impacted on the roads.
If anybody wants to see Liliana, she'll be at the head of the field on a big, brightly coloured trike with me.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Brian's usually in the front on his black Harley, and I'm sort of just behind Brian on a big trike, and Liliana's going to be coming with me. But what we'd like to say is, we've been doing this a long time. We've done it incident-free. I'd like to ask the people of Pembrokeshire, please, please, please be patient with us. We're trying to do this as safely as we can. Please watch out for our marshals. They'll all have high-vis vests on. If we're blocking a roundabout, trying to get the column through, we're only going to hold you up for a few minutes. Give us a wave. Give us a toot of your horn. We're trying to do it as safely as we can. Please be patient with us. Like I said, we're doing this all for a good cause, and we just want to get everyone through as safely as possible.
It's going to be another great Three Amigos and Dollies run. You've added the Dollies because the bikes are for everyone.
Well, no, it was when we first started, the girls were sort of helping us out, you know, taking money on the gate and donations and what have you. And the girls were having a bit of a get together one evening while us lads were in a garage talking motorbikes and beer, and they decided that they wanted to be a part of us. So I think it was Ben's wife came up with it, wasn't it?
Her nickname, Kelly's nickname was Dolly,
Yeah.
and so as she was called Dolly, they decided to call themselves the Dollies. But in fairness, they do an awful lot, and always have done an awful lot in the background. You know, they don't ride bikes, most of them. I mean, we have one with us now, Jenna. She rides a bike. Tash used to ride, but she's no longer with us. As a member, I mean, I don't mean she's no longer with us. But they've always done the bulk of the paperwork and stuff like that in the background, the phone calls to people that need like licensing and so on, in order to make sure that things are done properly. We just go out and do the muscle bit, stand around in the cold and wet and what have you, and badger people for donations.
Yeah. Well, and thank you so much. Really looking forward to this spectacle on Saturday, 1 o'clock, with special guest Liliana on the trike at the front there with both of you, and countless other bikes heading around. All that's left to ask you really is, well, Sam's with us over on TikTok. Good morning. What song do you want to play out with?
As we're free spirits, I think it would be quite appropriate. Lynyrd Skynyrd, Freebird.
It's on the way next. Grizz and Terry, thank you so much for joining us here on The Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Folly Farm.